Social Security Administration. How can I help you today?
Yes, I got a message on my phone that there was something wrong with my social.
When did you receive the information?
Well, the call came in earlier this morning when I was busy.
Okay. Any case number given to you, sir?
There was no case number given.
Okay, no problem. Can you verify me your first and the last name and your social security number as for the verification?
Yes, my name is Aedna Crutchfield.
Sorry?
My name is Aedna Crutchfield.
Mm-hmm. Can you spell me your last name if you don't mind, ma'am?
Don't mind. It's CRUTCHFIELD.
Okay, thank you so much. And what's your social?
Last four is 8723.
8723.
Right.
Ma'am, is it okay if I can verify me your whole digit of your social, ma'am? Because I do need to differentiate, ma'am, which file belongs to you, ma'am, in order to put out the information.
Yeah, you can do that with the last four. Go ahead.
It won't be possible, ma'am, from my side. Can you verify me your whole social?
Can you? No, I can't because you're not supposed to do that. You can do it from the last four.
No, ma'am. Right now, this is the investigation department, miss, and I do have any files in my system. They do
This
to
is the
differentiate
Social
which file
Security
belongs to you
Administration?
with your social security number.
Is this the
The
Social Security
investigation department.
Administration?
Yes.
Okay, then you can do it with the last four. Go ahead.
I already told you we can't. Okay.
You can't because you're a scammer or what?
What do you mean by that? You need to correct your student. Okay, you're on a federal line.
I know I'm on a federal line. This line is being recorded and broadcast live, so tell me, why are you stealing people's money?
We are not able to take your call right now. Goodbye.
Social Security Administration. How can I help you? Hello?
Yes, I was just talking to somebody there about stealing my
Yes,
money,
ma'am.
so
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Oh, ma'am, at what time did you receive the call?
The call was earlier this morning.
This morning. Oh, ma'am,
Yes.
along with this call, did you receive any ID number? Any case ID number, ma'am? Did they
No,
provide
sir.
you?
It was just a voicemail that there was a
No.
action against my Social Security number.
Ma'am, first of all, before I go ahead, you're staying with Officer Andrew Canarusa with my employee batch ID number, SS with the number 677317. You got it, ma'am? My employee ID number?
You said it was Andrew?
Yes, ma'am. My first name is Andrew, and my last name is Canarusa, okay?
Can you spell that?
Cannnas. Sure, ma'am. My last name, right?
Right.
So, ma'am, my last name, Cannarsa, Canarusa, okay?
That's C as in Charlie, A as in Alpha, N as in November, N as in November, A as in Alpha, R as in Romeo, S as in Scammer, A as in Alpha.
That's correct. Yes, ma'am. That's my last name. You got it, ma'am?
Okay. I got it. Thank you very much, sir.
And my employee ID number, okay?
Okay.
My employee ID number, SS, S like in Sam, the number 677317.
677317.
That's correct. Yes, ma'am. That's
Okay.
my employee ID number, okay?
Okay, so tell me, Andrew, what's going
So,
on
ma'am,
with my
over
Social
here-
Security payments?
See, ma'am, over here, as I see that The reason you were contacted today was to inform you regarding some legal enforcement action file on your social security number. We have got an order to suspend your social at this moment because we have found many suspicious activities going on under your social. So, ma'am, do you have any idea about this, ma'am?
I do not. That's why I'm calling you to find out what's going on.
So, ma'am, okay. So, ma'am, do you want me to give you more information about this case, ma'am?
Well, yes. If it's involving me, I'd like to know it.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, ma'am, don't worry. I have all information, and I will provide you each and every information exactly what's going on under your social. But before I go ahead and do that, I need to make sure that I'm giving this information to the right person. So, ma'am, for the verification, verify me your date of birth and the last four digits of your social, ma'am.
Yes, my date of birth is 3/8/1940.
Yes, ma'am. 3/8/1940, correct?
That's correct. 40. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. And your social number, ma'am?
The last four is 8723.
8723, correct, ma'am?
Correct.
All right, just give me a moment. Let me check.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a one question for you, ma'am. Are you still with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Ma'am, in which state you got the social security card in which year, ma'am? Do you remember in which state in which year?
Yes, it was in Texas in 1972, I believe.
1972, Texas.
I believe that's correct. I was just a child, so I don't know the exact year.
Mm-hmm. Ma'am, are you sure about that? In Texas?
Well, I'm sure about it was in Texas. I'm just not 100% sure about the year.
But ma'am, if this social security card belongs to you, then you should have to remember, right, ma'am? In which year
Well,
and in which state, ma'am? Correct?
I know which state it was. It was Texas, but I don't remember which year because I was a child.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for answering. Ma'am, before I go ahead, can you help me with your first and your last name, ma'am? Before I go
Yes,
ahead.
it's Aedna Crutchfield.
I'm sorry, your first name, ma'am. Come again. Your first name.
Is it Aedna?
Anna, correct?
No, that's Anna. What I said was Aedna. That's Aedna.
Aedna, correct?
Correct. Aedna, yes.
And the last name?
Is Crutchfield. Crutchfield. Crutchfield.
Field, correct?
Correct. Crutchfield.
All right. See, ma'am, over here, as I see that your social has been found suspicious for criminal activities in the state of Texas. So, ma'am, have you ever been to the state of New York, ma'am? Have you ever been there recently?
I live in Texas, son.
You live in Texas. So,
Yes,
ma'am,
so of
have you
course
ever
I've been
been
there.
to the state of New York?
To the state
Yes.
of New York? I thought you
Okay.
said it was in
Ma'am,
Texas.
have you ever been to the state of Pennsylvania? Have you ever been there, ma'am?
Yes, I've been to Pennsylvania. I haven't been to New York. I've
Yes.
been to Georgia. I've
Yes.
been to North Carolina. I've been to South Carolina. I've been to North Waxahachie. I've been to South Waxahachie.
All right.
I've been to North Dakota
Okay.
and South Dakota. Okay, is that enough?
All right. So now, ma'am. So, ma'am, before I go ahead, just do one thing, ma'am. Grab a pen and piece of paper and note it down your case ID number, which is very important to you. And once you're ready,
Okay.
let me know. I'm holding, ma'am.
I'm ready. Don't worry about holding. Go ahead.
So, ma'am, like I told you before, your case ID number, it starts with letter DC, D like in Delta, C like in Charlie, the number 572871. I repeat the number, ma'am, 572871.
So that's Delta Charlie 572871.
Ma'am, it's DC, okay? D like in Delta, C like in Charlie, DC,
Isn't
the
that what I
number
said? DC is in Delta Charlie?
572871. That's correct. Yes, ma'am. That's your case ID number,
572871.
okay? That's correct. Yes, ma'am. That's your case ID number, which is very important to you. So now you got
Okay,
your case
Andrew.
ID number, right, ma'am?
Right. Do you mind if I call you
So, ma'am,
Andy?
now I'll go ahead. So, ma'am, now I'll go ahead and read out the legal charges against your name. So, while I'm giving this information to you, please do not interrupt me in between. I will be given a fair enough time to speak once I'm done. Okay, ma'am?
Okay. Thank you, Andy, for doing that. I'll try not to interrupt you.
See, ma'am. See, ma'am, over here, as I see that, according to the investigation reported, when the investigation started, when we found an abandoned car on the south border of Texas, and the car contained some blood and drug residues inside it. Hence, after investigation, we found that the car was rented on your name and on your personal social information, and they are two addresses which was linked with the title of vehicle and the one address in the state of Pennsylvania in the city of Rowlett. Now that address was raided by the U.S. Marshal, but unfortunately there was no one inside the residence, but we recovered approximately 22 pounds of cocaine, which is an abusive drug, and some documentation from various financial institutes such as Chase Bank, Bank of America, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo, TD Bank, and many more. And this entire paperwork has your name on it, and thousands of dollars has been wired from those bank accounts locally and internationally, which totally seems suspicious to us. That is the reason we, as the Social Security Administration of Texas, has filed case against you for drug trafficking and money laundering. Now, let me know if you have any question regarding this case, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, yes, I have a couple of questions. You said a
Ma'am, go
vehicle
ahead.
was found. You said a vehicle was found on a
Mm-hmm.
southern border of Texas. Is that Texas and Mexico?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what? And in the car was you said blood and drug residue.
Yes, ma'am. It is.
Okay, were they mixed together or just separate?
Oh, ma'am, you mean to say that you are not the one who involved this kind of criminal activities, right, ma'am?
Well, no, I'm asking you questions. The blood and drug residue, was it mixed together or separate?
Ma'am, listen to me, okay? I'm not saying
I'm
that you are the person. We don't know who the real culprit.
well,
And
well,
ma'am,
no.
at
You
this
said
point
I
of
could ask
time,
some questions,
we have
so let me ask
also,
my questions. Let me ask my questions. That's due process. We have that here in
go
America.
ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so the drug residue and the blood that was found in the car, was the blood mixed with the drug residue or was it separate?
Ma'am, I already explained you, right? What is going on
No, you
under your
didn't. You just
social,
said there was
right,
blood
ma'am?
and drug residue found in the car. Was there any semen found in the car
And
too,
the
or was it
car
just
and
blood
the
and drug?
blood and the blood car contains some blood and car residues inside it. Hence, after investigation, we found that the car was rented on your name and on your personal social information, and they are two addresses which was linked with the title of vehicle and the one
Yeah,
address
that's
in
my
the
next
state of
that's my next
Pennsylvania.
question. That's my next question. You said the house was in Rowlett, Texas.
Ma'am,
Where did you say that?
what
Where
are you
did
going
you
to
say the
try to
house was
say to me,
located?
ma'am? I'm sorry?
You said the house that y'all raided. That was in what city? You said Rowlett.
Yes, in the city of Rowlett. And now that address
Rowlett.
was raided by the U.S. Marshal, but
Right, but they didn't
unfortunately
find
there was
anybody.
no one inside
Yeah,
the residence. But we
yeah.
recovered
I wouldn't expect
approximately
so.
22 pounds of cocaine, which is an
22
abusive
pounds.
drug, and some documentation from virus. Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Okay, so,
So, ma'am, in this
yes, go
regard,
ahead.
we have also cross-checked your past record, and we found that your banking statement contains genuine record, and your social have no other complaint in the past. That is the only reason we tried to reach you before you face any legal consequence. So if you
Right,
agree
right.
to help the Department of DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration in this case, then only we can put your case arrest warrant on hold, as we have to find the real culprit who has used your personal information and other personal social information. So, ma'am,
Right,
are you
right.
willing to
So
cooperate
yeah,
with
I
the
want you
U.S.
to.
government in order to clear out your name from this kind of criminal
Well, yeah,
activities,
yeah.
ma'am?
I definitely want to cooperate. We need to find that culprit.
Okay, that's great, ma'am. And trust me, ma'am, canceling your arrest warrant is not that all easy takes. We have to suspend the social right away and have to issue a new social on your name so that in future we can case the main suspect and as well as you
Okay,
can
yeah,
save
that's
yourself of
fine.
this kind of
That's
criminal
fine.
activities.
The,
So, ma'am,
that's
right
fine.
now
That's
what I'm
fine.
gonna do, I'm gonna connect your call to my senior officer so that he will guide you for the future investigation. So, ma'am, stay on the
Okay,
line,
so
okay? And ma'am,
let me take a
let
couple
them
of
know that
let me
you
take
are
a
not
couple
the
of
one.
notes. Let me make sure I have my notes right before I talk to him because I want to get all the information correct from you. Okay. So there was a car
Okay.
that was found. There was a car on the border of Texas, on the southern border. Is that? I guess
In the
that's around El
in the
Paso.
south border, Texas.
Yeah, is that around El Paso or Laredo? Where was that?
Yes, El Paso,
El
ma'am. El
Paso.
Paso,
Okay.
okay? In the city of El Paso.
Okay, and it was on the U.S. side or the Texas side?
Texas, ma'am.
It was on the Texas side. Okay, and in that you found drug residue, but no drugs, right?
What do you mean, no drugs?
Well, you said you found drug residue, but you didn't find any drugs, right?
Ma'am, are you suspecting on me?
No, I'm asking what you found in the car because
Ma'am,
I want to
just do
be
one
clear
thing.
when I talk to the
Just do,
DEA. So, what
just do
you
one thing,
found
ma'am.
drug
If
residue,
you are
but
suspecting,
no physical evidence of
ma'am,
drugs, just the
ma'am,
drug
listen to
residue.
me. Listen to me, ma'am. If you are suspecting on me, then just do one thing, ma'am. You can just Google my name, to whom you're speaking. You can see the information over there. I'm not simply
I'm
here
not
to make you
accusing
believe,
you of
okay? My
anything.
job here,
I'm not a, stop a
my
second.
job here
I'm not a,
to provide you
stop.
the information.
Son, stop. I'm not accusing you of anything. What I'm trying to do is find out what the evidence is, okay? That's all I'm trying to do is find out
Ma'am,
what the
just do
evidence
one
is.
thing. Ma'am, just do one thing. Just bear with me, okay? I will connect your call
Well,
to
yes,
my senior
but I want to
officer
make
so
sure I
that
have
he will
the
guide you for the
answers.
future
Right, that's why
So
I want to
make
make
sure
sure I have
don't
the
disconnect
answers
this
so
line,
that when you
okay?
transfer me to your senior officer, I know what the answers are and I don't have to ask him these silly questions because his time is way much too important. So I want to get it out of the way with you first so I
Ma'am,
know that I
ma'am,
understand
listen
what
to
the
me.
problem is.
Ma'am, there is a two case which has been registered under your name, okay?
There's a what?
Which is money laundering and drug trafficking. As you know that, right?
Well, yes, you
So
told
what
me that, but I
so
was
ma'am,
trying to
what's
find
your
out
concern?
what was actually left in the car
So ma'am,
because there should have been drugs and
just stay
blood
on the line.
and not
Just stay
drug
on the line. I'll
residue.
connect your call. I told you, ma'am. And you're
Well, wait a second. I mean, I'm trying to find out what the truth is here.
We are not able to take your call right now. Goodbye.
Andrew, you're not getting away that easy.
Social Security Administration, how can I help you?
Yes, is Andrew Carnissa available, please?
All right, then just hold on for a moment. I'll
Thank
be
you
connecting
very
this line
much.
to Andrew Connor, sir. Not a problem, ma'am. All right, ma'am, are you there?
Yes, I was holding for Andrew Carnissa.
Ma'am, right now, Officer Andrew Connor, sir, is not available, so how can I help you, ma'am?
Well, he gave me a case number, which was SS677317, and he was in the process
SS?
of, yes, SS as in
Ma'am, can you
Sierra,
repeat it again?
Sierra 677317.
All right, let me repeat it. It's SS677317. Is that correct, ma'am?
That's correct. Yes, this is Aedna Crutchfield, and he
Ma'am,
he was in the process of explaining what was going on, and he said that there was a car found on the southern border of Texas, I guess near El Paso, that had blood and drug residue in the car. Is that correct?
ma'am, but this is not a case ID number. It's a batch ID number. It's Officer Andrew Connor's batch ID number.
Yeah, I was talking to Andrew Carnissa earlier, and we got disconnected.
All right, ma'am. So, ma'am, what's your case ID number? It starts with the letter DC, Delta Charlie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gave you his badge number. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's DC 572871.
572871. Is that correct, ma'am?
That's correct. I was writing down so many things while he was talking because I was trying to keep up with the facts, and he was just spitting them out there like he was eating watermelon and spitting seeds, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right, then. Well, I have to pull out the case file from my system and give you the information. And moreover,
Okay.
even I can get the information. So verify me your date of birth and your social security number, ma'am.
Date of birth was 3/8/1940, and the last four of my social is 8723.
8723.
Correct.
All right, ma'am. See, ma'am, your case started when we found an abandoned car on the south border of Texas in the city of El Paso. And the car contained some blood as well as some amount of drugs.
Oh, so there
And after
was
further
drugs.
investigation,
See, Andrew told
and
me it
after
was just
further
drug
investigation,
residue. So the blood and the drugs
ma'am,
were
and after
there, right?
that's correct, ma'am. That's
Okay.
correct, ma'am.
Were they
I'm
mixed
just
together, or
reading out the legal
were they
charges.
separate? Were they separate or mixed together?
They were together, ma'am. Let
Okay,
me
so
tell
they were
you.
mixed together. Was there any
As I
semen,
can
or
see,
was it just blood and
I'm
drugs?
just, ma'am, I am just reading out the legal charges, which is
Okay.
showing
Oh,
up
so you
in the
haven't
system.
actually, you personally haven't actually seen the car. Is that correct?
No, ma'am. I'm just giving
Okay.
you out the information.
Okay. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
All right, and after further investigation, we found out that the car was rented under your name and under your social information.
Right, that's
And
what
there was
Andrew
also
said.
two address linked. Yes, and there was also two address linked with the title of the vehicle. So one of the address led us to the state of Pennsylvania, to the city of Rowlett. It was an
Yeah, Rowlett,
apartment
Pennsylvania.
which was raided by the
That's
U.S.
what.
Marshals. Hmm.
Yeah. Andrew told me that. He said nobody was there, but they found some cocaine and some financial documents. Right?
That's correct. That's correct, ma'am.
Okay.
So, ma'am, what is your statement on this case file, ma'am?
I'm sorry.
Ma'am, what is your statement on this case file?
What is my state name?
Yes, I mean, like, what is your questions? I mean, do you have any
Oh, well,
questions
yeah.
regarding this
Oh, I
case
have
file?
a lot
Which
of
is,
questions.
which
Yes,
is
I
your,
have a lot of questions, and I was in the process of asking Andrew what those, so I could get some answers when we got disconnected. But mainly, you said there was blood and drugs. Now, he said there was just blood and drug residue. But so you say they actually found drugs in the car with the blood. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. That's correct, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So the blood and the drugs were in the car. Did they find any semen too, or was it just blood and drugs?
Ma'am, we just, as I can see here, that we found a abandoned car, as I told you, and inside the car there was a
Right.
drugs and a blood.
Okay. So there was a drug and blood. Okay. And that was in the car
That's
that was in
correct.
South Texas.
That's correct. In south border of Texas,
Okay.
in the city of El
Was
Paso.
okay. Was it a black Corolla?
It's Toyota Corolla, black color.
Oh, yeah. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about that one. Okay. So then they found the house, and you said Rowlett, Pennsylvania, and raided it, right? And how much drugs did they find there?
More than 15 pounds of cocaine.
42 pounds. I'm sorry. Say that again.
15. It's 15 pounds.
15 pounds.
As I can see here, as ma'am, as I can see here, it's written more than 15 pounds.
More than 15 pounds. Okay, that's better because I swear there was
That's
22
correct.
pounds when I left. Okay, the financial documents. Was there anything found for accounts in the Cayman Islands?
Ma'am, can you repeat it again?
I said on the financial documents, did they find anything
Mhm.
from the Cayman Islands?
A Cayman Island.
Right. Did they find any accounts in the Cayman Islands?
No, ma'am.
No.
Ma'am,
Okay, good. Oof.
as I'm not the one. Okay, ma'am, let
Did
me
they?
tell you. As I am not the
Yes.
one who is handling your case, I'm just giving you out the case information. I am not the
Okay.
authorized person with your case.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Who do I need to talk to find out what all they found? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. Just hold on for a moment.
Okay. Okay.
Let me check it out.
Okay. Hey, Billy, all they found was a red Corolla. They didn't find the black one. Yeah. Okay. Hello?
All right, ma'am, are you there?
Yes, I'm still here. Go ahead.
All right, ma'am. Our senior officer wants to talk with you, so you go ahead and talk with him. All right?
Okay. What's his name?
His name is Michael Lee Robinson. He is an OIG
M-
officer, Office of the Inspector General of Social Security Administration Department.
Michael Robinson?
All right, ma'am. Michael V. Robinson.
Yes, Michael V. Robinson. Okay.
That's correct, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
ma'am,
I'll
just hold
talk to
on for
him
a
now.
moment. I'll be connecting this line. All right, ma'am.
Okay. Hello? Hello?
Ma'am, just hold on for a second. I'm connecting this line to the officer, okay?
Hello? Hello? Andrew? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hello. I'm still
Hello.
here.
Okay, I believe you was we got disconnected.
No, I didn't. I'm still here. But I was holding for Michael
Okay.
Robinson.
Yes, this is Officer Michael Robinson. How can I help you, ma'am?
Oh, this is Mr. Robinson. Okay, okay. Yes, I was just transferred to you regarding some issues with my Social Security number. And first
Okay, I do understand that.
I was talking to Andrew and then some other
Mhm.
gentleman. I didn't catch his name. But they ran down some
Okay.
info that they
So
said they've had,
first of all,
and I
can you
had a
verify
few
your name,
questions.
ma'am?
Hello.
Can you verify your name, ma'am? First of all,
Yes, this is
may I know which one I'm speaking with?
Aedna Crutchfield.
What's your first name? Can you spell it out?
Aedna. That's Aedna.
Hmm.
Last name's Crutchfield.
And what's your last name?
Crutchfield. Crutchfield.
Can you please repeat it back to me?
Repeat what back to you, sir?
What's your last name? Yes. Yes. Can you please repeat your last name?
Yes, it's Crutchfield. Crutchfield.
Hmm.
Crutchfield.
Okay. No problem, ma'am. So
Thank you.
I believe the officer was speaking with you previously has given you the information about the case which has been registered under your name.
Right. Yeah, he was telling me about the car they found in the South Texas border town around El Paso that had blood, and
Uh-huh.
I'm still unclear if it was drugs or if it was drug residue. Because Andrew, when I talked to him
Okay.
first, said there was just drug residue, but the second gentleman I talked to said there was actual drug in the car along with the blood, and he said they were combined together, so the blood and drugs were together. But Andrew didn't know if it was together or not. Neither one of them said they found any semen. It was just blood and drugs. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, ma'am, what do you have to say about this? What you have to say about this? You are involved in this matter, or you don't know anything about this?
Well, I don't know anything about the car. So the rest of it, I'm sure I don't know anything about either.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, ma'am, I just want to know your intentions over this recorded line. That what are you willing to do? Are you willing to comply with the government to find the real culprit who is misusing your identity? Because we can
Well,
see here, like you have a very clean past record. There are none of the criminal activities has been done under your name.
that's correct. I'm a very clean person. I don't do things that are illegal. I have other people to do those. Hello? Hello? Michael, are you there?
We are not able to take your call right now. Goodbye.
Social Security Administration, how can I help you?
Yes, Michael Robinson, please.
You want to speak with Michael B. Robinson?
Yes, Michael V. Robinson. I was on the phone with him, and I think we got disconnected.
All right, then just hold on for a moment.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for holding.
Yes,
This is
I was
Officer
holding for
Michael D.
Michael.
Robinson speaking.
Hey, Michael, this
Yeah,
is
hi.
Aedna. This is Aedna calling you back. I guess we got disconnected.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, we got disconnected.
Are you there?
I'm sorry, can you
Hello?
hear me?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can now. It's the strangest thing. It went blank. I don't know what's going on with the phone lines
Yes,
up
sir.
there.
I believe. Okay, this is Officer Michael D. Robinson, ma'am. I believe we got disconnected.
Right, I believe so. So you were asking me what
Okay,
my
okay, I'm here.
intentions were,
Yes.
and I want to work with you to get these culprits found.
Okay, so are you willing to cooperate with the government? That sounds great, ma'am. Okay. So, ma'am, in order to clear up your name, what we have to do, we have to suspend your existing social security number, which we found under your name, which was involved in this criminal activity. Because if the culprit has your information, it might be possible he also will be misuse your information in the future also. So you
Well, is
might get
it
the legal trouble in the future.
okay? But
You might
is
get the
it
legal trouble
possible
in the
that
future.
why don't we set up a sting and you can use me and my information as bait, and we can get him together. Because I wanna get that
No,
culprit.
ma'am. No, no, no. At this point of time, ma'am, we have to do work according to the information and according to the courthouse suggestions. Okay, we have to
Okay,
do work as per the rules. So what we have to do, we have to suspend your current social security number, and
okay,
we're gonna
but Michael,
reinitiate your new
Michael,
social security number.
if you suspend my Social Security number, that's going to stop my Social Security
Hmm.
payments, and that's going to stop everything that I've got associated with my
No,
Social
ma'am. No,
Security
no, no, no,
number.
no, 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 Miss Edna. Listen
No,
to
no,
me.
no,
You will not
no.
face any kind of this type of trouble because what we're gonna do, we're gonna reinstate your new social security number. So
Okay,
all your
what is that
benefits
new
will be
number?
converted to your. Yes, I will be
Yeah.
let you know about this. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
and
What is it?
your all of the benefits which you are getting from the social security will be converted into that number. So you will
Okay,
be
because I
get
worked long and hard to
that
get those
same.
benefits. You know,
Okay, so
some
within a
people in the
24.
U.S. consider them to be entitlements, but they're not. They're actually benefits that I've already paid
Yes,
into, so
that's
I should be able to get them back.
mhm, that's completely fine, ma'am. I can understand that part. Okay,
Okay.
but ma'am, at this point of time, we have to suspend your existing social security number. We're gonna issue a new social number under your name, and all of your benefits will be converted into that number. So you will not face
Okay.
any kind of trouble for getting your benefit. Okay, it remains
Okay.
the same as you
Well,
are having right
I
now.
trust.
Okay,
I
so
trust and have
first,
faith in
okay,
the U.S. government. So
okay, that sounds great, ma'am. Because you are the one of the law-abiding citizen of our country. That is the only reason, ma'am, we are trying to helping you out from the situation. Okay,
and
so
I
ma'am,
do appreciate all
as
your
one of the
help on this
officer,
in catching these culprits.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. That's my work. That's my duty. Okay. So,
Well,
ma'am, I believe
to me, you're
Andrew
like
has
an angel.
explained you about the apartment.
You're like an angel
I
here to
believe
save
and
me. So I appreciate that.
thank you, ma'am. Andrew has explained you about the apartment which was raided by the U.S. Marshals. From that
Yes, he
apartment,
said that
ma'am,
was in.
we
Yes,
found
he said that was
yes.
in Rolette, Pennsylvania.
Okay. So, ma'am, from that apartment, we found total 20 to 22 bank accounts under your name. So, are you taking responsibility of
22
that much
or
bank account?
200?
Yes.
22 or 222?
No. No. It's 20. 20.
20. Oh, I thought you said 22, and then I thought you
Yes.
said 222.
No, no, no. That's a 20 bank accounts we found under your name.
Are
So,
any of them in
ma'am,
the
are you
Cayman
taking
Islands?
responsibility? No, no, no.
No, none of them.
We
Okay,
have
good.
total 20 bank accounts. Ma'am, we don't know that which accounts belongs to you and which accounts belongs to the criminal people. So at this point of time, government has decided to seize and suspend all of the bank accounts which we found under your name.
Okay.
Okay. So are you there? Is there your any of your account which you have under your name in real? So it will be get seized and suspended by the government. If you want to save that account, then you have to give me the information. Like we have to fill a access file form, like a social security file form. Okay.
Okay. But you
Like
said
may I
there
know
weren't
how
any.
many bank accounts do you have?
Well, you said you didn't find any accounts in those 20 that were listed in the Cayman Islands. Is that correct?
No, ma'am. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I haven't checked that if any accounts are came in Ireland or not. We didn't
Oh,
check that
well, the
because
the
we
guy
have
the guy before you, the
okay.
officer, said there weren't any in the Cayman Islands, and I don't have any bank accounts.
Okay. So how many bank accounts do you have, ma'am?
I don't have any bank accounts. I deal in cash,
So you
only
don't
cash.
you're dealing in cash.
Right. I don't trust the banks because all they do is steal your money.
Okay. And do you have any credit cards under your name?
No, they're issued by banks, and I told you I don't trust the banks.
Okay. And what is your job title? What you are doing for a living? Are you still working or you're retired?
Oh, I'm retired, long time now.
Okay. And do you own any house under your name?
I own my house, yes.
Okay. Are you living all alone or you have with you're living with your family?
My boyfriend lives with me. His name's Juan.
What?
My boyfriend lives with me. His name's Juan.
Uh-huh. And ma'am, can you please verify your date of birth once again?
My date of birth is 3/8/1940.
3/8/1940.
That's correct.
Okay. Uh-huh. And what is the last four digit of your social?
Is 8723.
872. Okay. And do you have any car under your name? Like, do you
No,
have
I
any
don't have any
vehicle
cars.
has been?
I don't have any driver's license,
You
so I
don't
don't have
have
a
any.
need for a car.
Okay. And ma'am, how much cash you carry with you right now?
How much cash?
Yes.
Well,
Because
let's
ma'am,
see.
understand as there is a money laundering case has been filed under your name, so you are not allowed to have take any cash with you. Okay. So
Okay.
may I know how
Okay.
much cash do you have right now?
I'm not allowed
Be
to
honest,
take any with
because
me,
the crime
right?
is setting. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Then I have $110.
You just have $110, and apart from
That's
that
correct.
$110, you have nothing.
That's correct.
You don't. You have nothing apart from this $110.
Well, no, I don't need anything because I got groceries yesterday with the rest of my check.
Okay. And how much amount of check you got? What is the amount of the check?
I get $300 every 2 weeks in my Social Security.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you have
So
any
that's
investment account like
$600.
a
That's
401k?
600. That's $600 a month. And let's see, the government takes taxes, so I end up getting about $400 a month to live on.
Okay. So do you only have $110 right now?
That's what I have left from that check, yes, sir.
Okay. And apart from that, you don't have any savings.
That's correct. I don't. do any savings because savings accounts are in banks, and I don't trust banks.
No, 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 ma'am. You don't have any savings money with you, right? You don't have any savings money with you?
Well, I saved $110 yesterday, and that's what I have with me.
Apart from that $110, you don't have any other savings.
That's correct, sir. I have $110. Well, actually, I have
Okay.
105 because
And
I gave Juan 5 to get some gas for the lawnmower this morning. So it's
okay.
$105.
And like,
$105.
do you have any investment account like a 401k, IRA, money marketing, any stock marketing?
No, those were all before my time. I didn't get any of that done because it just wasn't important at the time.
Okay. And what does your boyfriend do for a living?
He's a lawn maintenance man.
I'm sorry?
He's in lawn maintenance.
Okay. And where is he right now?
Right now, he's out working.
Okay. And do you both stay together, right?
Well, yes, of course.
Okay. And may I know the age of him?
He's 27.
Age.
Yes,
He's 27. And you are almost 80.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. And he's your boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay. So, ma'am, at this point of time, you have to borrow some money from any of the person who is nearby you, because at this point of time, courthouse has given us the order to submit at least $1,000 as a security deposit, which is totally refundable to you once your new social number will be generated. Because at this point of
Well,
time, you have to show your good faith to the government. For that, you have to submit $1,000 as a security deposit until and unless your new social will be generated. Okay, this is totally refundable.
I don't have $1,000. All I have is $105, and that has to last me the rest of the month.
But ma'am, you have to understand, you have to borrow it from anyone. Like, you can ask your boyfriend also about that. You can ask anybody.
Well,
Make a three-way conference
he doesn't
call.
make that much, and what he makes, he has to send to his family in Mexico. So he lives with me. I don't live with him. He lives with me.
What are you expecting from the government, ma'am? If you are not helping out the government, then what we are expecting from the government? If
Well,
I'm trying to helping you out,
I don't
then you
expect the government to take my last $105. Is what I don't expect.
We are not supposed to take the money from you. Okay, this is the totally refundable amount, which you have to show to the government that
But
you
you
are
have
an
to
innocent
take it
person and you
first
haven't
before you
committed
can
this crime.
refund it. Is that correct? You have to take it before you can refund it.
It's just for the 24 hours. It's just for the 24 hours. You have to
But
submit
if I
as a
don't have
security
it,
deposit.
you can't get blood from a turnip, son. I mean, it's just not possible.
I'm not even asking you for $105. Okay?
No, you're
You have
asking me
to
for $1,000.
Call someone. Yes, I told you that, but I'm not asking you for $105.
No, but $1,000 is 10 times $105. So how can I come up with $1,000 if all I have is 105? And that has to last me till the end of the month.
Anywhere. See, Aedna, you have to arrange it from anywhere. It's your concern. It's your lookout to whom you convince, to whom you are asking. That's none of my business.
There's nobody to ask.
My duty is to inform
That's what I'm
you.
telling you.
My duty is to inform you about this, and I have given all of the information to you. Okay?
Listen,
And
listen,
I'm ready to help
listen,
you out.
Mr.
I'm
Robinson,
ready to help
Mr.
you out, but
Robinson,
you are
please.
not complying the rules of the government.
Mr. Robinson, please.
Okay?
One moment.
Okay, good.
Okay. I make $600 a month before taxes. So after
Mhm.
taxes, that's around $400. Okay?
Mhm.
That's a month.
Mhm.
Now, my check yesterday that I cashed in order to buy groceries was $316. I
Mhm.
bought groceries, and after that, I had $110 left. I gave 5 to Juan so he could get some gas for the gas cans for his lawnmowers.
Mhm.
And after that, that leaves me with $105. Now, how am I supposed to turn
Okay.
$105 into $1,000? This isn't,
See,
I'm not
that's
part
your
of the
lookout,
U.S.
ma'am.
government. I
You
can't
have
make
to
money
ask.
out of nothing.
You have to ask anybody. You have to ask your, like any of your relatives,
I
maintaining
don't
the
have any
privacy law.
relatives. That's what I'm
Like,
telling you, sir. All my children are dead. My ex-husbands are dead. Their ex-wives are dead. It's just me, and all I have is $105.
okay. Stay connected. Stay connected. Let me update this
Yes, sir.
information to
Yes, sir.
my higher
I want to
authorities.
catch.
Okay?
I want to catch these culprits. So yes,
Okay.
I'll stay here.
Stay connected. Okay?
Yes,
Mhm.
sir. Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. I was beginning to wonder. Usually, when I get put on hold, there's music I can listen to.
Mhm. No problem, ma'am. At this point of time, I had a word with my higher authorities, and at least they are agreed upon your resolution, and we have taken care of the situation from our side that you will not face any kind of a legal trouble in the future, and your social remains the same, so you might not face any kind of a problem in the future also. Okay, it
Well,
was
what if
nice
this
talking
comes
with you, Ms.
back?
Crutchfield.
What is
Yes,
it? What if this
higher
problem
authorities
comes
have
back?
agreed upon
Don't
that.
I? What about my new
No, no, no.
social security
It won't
number?
come back. You won't get your new social
What?
number, ma'am. Your social number remains the same. Okay, you don't have to worry
But
about this.
what if
Okay,
this
so it was
culprit
nice
strikes
talking with you,
again
ma'am.
using all my
Okay,
information?
I I have really appreciate your cooperation to the government, and have a good day. If you have any
So why are
problem,
you
you can
stealing
directly go to
money?
the
Why are you
nearby
stealing
sheriff
money from
department.
people? Why are you stealing money from people?
Don't call here back. Don't call back.
Why are you stealing? Why? Why do you steal?
That's none of
Why
your
do you
business.
steal? Yes, it is. Why are you a
That's
thief?
none of your business.
Is
That's
your
none of your
mama
business.
proud of you? Is your mama proud that you steal
Yes.
from people?